Welcome back to Wildy's Garage and welcome back to part 5 of Coyote swapping the Fox body. As you can clearly see, last video I got the engine and trans, K-member, front suspension all out in preparation to throw in the Coyote. So today I will be cleaning up the engine bay in preparation to paint it. I'm going to paint it the original color this car was. This car was not originally this maroon, kind of weird old man color. It was a kind of fire engine red type color. And over here, I've actually got all the paint samples from 1991 that Ford offered. And I believe it was either this bright red Tempo Mustang Probe Escort. All came in those colors. I think this is the color that, oh geez, sorry, let me try to not get glare. There we go. So you got that medium red that it's painted now, or this wild strawberry. They all look the same, but I believe it was this bright red on the left there. Anyway, yeah, so that is the color I'm going to paint this engine bay in the event that I do end up wanting to repaint the entire car. Engine bay is good to go. Don't have to pull the engine out to paint inside here. But as you can see, wiring is still inside of it. Vacuum lines are in it. Fuel lines are in it. And it is filthy, disgusting, dirty. Gonna start cleaning this engine bay up with the wiring. Then move on to brake lines, fuel lines, and vacuum lines, and then finish off with cleaning the engine bay, degreasing, power washing, and then scuffing the entire bay in preparation to paint it, like I said. But unfortunately, that is where I'm going to stop. I'm not going to be painting the engine bay in this video, because next video I'm going to actually mock up the engine and trans for the first time. So there is going to be in and out of the engine. I don't want to scratch, ding, scuff, dent, whatever, the new paint if I were to paint it now. And then one last thing is I do need to get this core, bottom of the core support undented and straightened out. Yeah. That was from me dropping it in the last video. Unfortunately, you guys didn't get to see that, but I got to see it all. And it hurt just as much as you think it did. Anyway, so yeah, let's get started with this wiring. Okay, as you could clearly see, I got the harness out from the inside of the car, and you guys saw me just a minute ago. Oh, hang on. And you guys just saw me a minute ago, messing around with this relay here. This is the WOT relay, or wide open throttle relay, and this is part of your AC wiring. It essentially cuts the fan clutch off when you're in wide open throttle to give power back to the engine for better performance when passing or whatever. So I don't have it completely figured out yet, but I do know that this light blue, well shoot. Welcome back to day 2 of cleaning up this engine bay, cleaning up the wiring. I left you guys off with me in the engine bay here, removing this wiring harness for the engine that goes to the EEC, or the electronic engine controller. But yeah, obviously I've got it removed. I've got the AC wires that I was trying to keep out of it here. I'm gonna go over that when I do the AC, all that wiring for the AC, I guess. Now I don't need any of this wiring. I still need to remove some more. This one's for the alternator. This one is the AC, or the AC, the coolant level sensor. I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna go into the interior, and I'm gonna show you what I did in there. Well, I'll just show you now. I did a 180, complete 180 yesterday. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna remove or just cut wires, tape it off, try to make it look as clean as I can. But then the OCD in me got the best of me, and yeah, I pulled the dash out. I pulled the dash out because, like I just said, I want this to look as clean as possible. And I've already mentioned this before. All I need out of this wiring harness is lights and wiper motor. That's really all I need. Well, obviously, door locks, window switches, interior lights, hatch, pop thing, stuff like that. Obviously, I'm going to keep that stuff. But as far as what's in the engine bay, everything that I don't need is coming out. So I'm going to set you guys up on a time lapse. Unfortunately, it's kind of how this episode is going to go, just because it's hard to show. It's hard to show and talk at the same time, but I'm gonna get these last few harnesses out in here and then move on to the interior. Alrighty, welcome back to whatever day it is, working on the Fox body for this episode. And I think where I left off was working on the wiring in here. And as you can see, it's still not done. It's getting close. This side is pretty well wrapped up. I still need to finish it up over here. But I figured it wouldn't make a good video if I'm just over there time-lapsing me messing with wires. Nobody wants to watch that. Also, I don't know what I'm doing, if it's 100% going to work. I don't know if I'm clipping the wrong wires. I don't think I am. but I don't want to show you guys what I did and then it end up being wrong. So I'm just gonna save all of that wiring for another video later down the road. But I am going to continue on working in this engine bay, cleaning it up. I think I've said this now for like the 10th time. I'm gonna finish getting the fuel lines out, vacuum lines, brake lines, and the rest of this wiring. But I really am gonna do it right now. Not going back into that interior to work on the wiring. Oh, and then the last thing, I still need to bang this lower core support out. And then get all of these little random plastic pieces. They're just everywhere. Remove some tabs, but yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna do it. So I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. The last and final thing I'm going to pull is this weather strip thing. And then everything that's left in here, these studs, evaporator, cooler, heater cooler, windshield motor, I'm just going to wrap up and tape, cover it up, call it a day. It's too much work to pull all that stuff out versus just taping it up. So I'm just going to tape it up. And then I'm gonna start vacuuming all this stuff out because it's pretty gross. Alrighty, I got the engine bay all vacuumed up. There was a lot of... I got the engine bay all vacuumed up here. There was a lot of grime and dirt in there that I was actually just able to scrape out, so that'll make the next process a little bit easier. But there's a lot of stuff. If you're doing this at home, make sure you clean out in here And in here, I actually missed in here, so I need to get back on that. There was some mud daubers in there on the other side. Well, I guess sand daubers, because I don't have mud out here. Well, where I am in Florida anyway. But yeah, make sure you clean those out. Other than that, I've got some engine degreaser here. I'm just gonna spray this on all over because it's what I got. I've never used this before. I usually use Simple Green, there we go, or the Purple Power Super Cleaner, whatever that stuff is. But I'm gonna give this a shot, see what happens. I haven't taped up the holes to in the firewall. I'm just not going to spray around there. And then I'll just scrub by hand with these guys, little like dish brush, and this one's actually for like cleaning wheels, I think. Got some other stuff in here too, but I don't think I'll use any of that. But like I said, I'm gonna spray this on. I got all the degreaser sprayed on there, so now I'm going to scrub it. Get to scrubbing. Got the engine bay somewhat cleaned up in here. As you can see, not all the grime and grease got off. And it also exposed just some surface rust. Nothing crazy. I did notice that I said I was going to close all this stuff up, and then I didn't. So I might just get a new evaporator core, because I'm pretty sure some water got in there. And I've already got the dash out, so it's not going to be that hard to replace it. And I probably should replace it anyway because I've got the dash out. I don't know if it's ever been replaced, so but yeah. It's all somewhat cleaned up. Obviously I'm going to go back with some Scotch-Brite and scuff everything up, and then get the rest of the grease and grime off. But as of now, I think that's where I'm going to end the video, because I've got a lot of cleaning to do. I should have cleaned before I did this, but I'm strapped for time for making a video this week, so I just sent it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and we will catch you on the next one.